Oh, Buddy the dog. What are you doing? You got into some weeds or something. Got some stuff on you. Yeah? I'm gonna grab myself some kind of beverage out of here, I hope. Maybe. Take along with us. Yeah. So, hopefully today, I'm hopefully, but there's a lot that could still go wrong, but I'm hoping to get done with planting beans so that I might have a minute to think, you know, a little bit of less stress. So that's what we're gonna do right after this. Welcome back. If you haven't seen my videos before, I'm Ross the Oliver Man. Aren't these the most beautiful tractors ever built? Yeah, pretty. That's what I'm saying. But anyway, we got this hooked up again to another load of fertilizer. And we're gonna go spread said fertilizer on the last place we're gonna plant beans. And we tried in another video, which you'll probably see before this one, we had some volunteer wheat and we combined a little bit of it, but it just wasn't really good quality stuff, and there wasn't really enough of it to justify taking the time to do that. And it could probably, I don't know if it would help it to have sat for like another week. Maybe it would have dried a little bit, but I just get the feeling that it probably wasn't genetically quite right, so it probably wouldn't dry like it's supposed to, because it was obvious when you looked at the grain it was smaller and stuff than what it really should have been. But hey, it was free, it came up on its own, and we got to play with our little combine a little bit, and so I had my fun. But now it's time to move on, and we'll just till the rest of it up and whatever. All right, friend. I know the tractors are like kids and you're not supposed to have a favorite, but this one here is becoming one of my favorites. It just, I don't know. It seems like it's got good power for, it's almost got more than the 1855. It's strange. But as discussed with some other people, part of that could be the timing too, because I guess they didn't, well, I need to concentrate on what I'm doing here. But I guess they changed the timing on the 1855 versus the 1755. And so this one might be a little more snappy because of that. Because I know when I rebuilt the 1855, I did whatever it said in the book. Maybe I should split the difference and, you know, do that thing. And yes, people, there are some people who said in the videos, were asking questions, this tractor's got stuff it needs done to it. Like, we need to work on the front end. There's some sloppiness in it. That tie rod is bent a little bit, so that could be replaced and stuff like that. The steering box is leaking, so we need to work on that one day. But otherwise, it's been a pretty maintenance-free horse. I mean, this is pretty well just the way I bought it, other than rebuild the injection pump and a few little odds and ends, clean it up, polish it, put these fenders on it. The beans are coming up good, except for one little, like on this end row, there's one spot that looks like they're not. We might have to plant over that again. I guess it must have been too wet in there, and some of them didn't come up, but it's weird that that one little, I don't know. Maybe I'm being too particular. But otherwise, you can see down every row. I trust that tire thing, but that's the way it is. So make sure we got that on, make sure we got our PTO on. That's done. So yeah, you're probably pretty dusty, it looks like. It's hard to tell, but anyway, we will top off the 9650 with fuel, and then we will go hook to that disc that's out there and make that happen. Just looking it all over, friends. It amazes me how accurate it is, I have to say. It, like I said, it's come out exactly what I wanted every single time, and those old ones never would. It seems like you'd always have a little extra, or you'd run out a little too quick, or whatever. So it's weird how much better this can be. The only thing I don't like about these is I don't really like the hydraulic engagement, because then, as somebody else I think pointed out in the comments even, you're mixing hydraulic oil with other people and you don't know what's in their fluids. So that's the only part I don't know that I care for. But Sure. We're gonna see if we can finish off this duel too. You know, let's just run it till it blows. It's going, friends. I heard air coming out of it the other day when it was parked a certain way. And I got to looking on the internet, and other guys have had trouble with BF Goodrich tires. The sidewall's not holding up. And sure enough, that's what it is. It's a BF Goodrich. The other one was that way, and so is this one. And they're both doing the same thing, sidewall failure. So, 9650. Okay, 9650. Put the wheel back down. Actually, well, I can't get my foot. Smooth shift. I wish they did give you a foot throttle in this thing, but it's in a place where you can't, like, I can't get my foot over there to it really, because there's too much stuff in the way, like the brake pedal and the console where your shifter is. So it's basically useless to me, but I wish that it would work. It would make it easier to do the quick shift, but that's okay. I guess we got to get to that point though first without failure, but I'm worried that there's a guy up here doing some kind of driveway work or something. He's got his whole rig parked in the road, and I won't be able to get by after a while. So I hope he's either going to be done whenever I'm coming through, or that he'll wise up and move it out of the road, because you don't need to be parked in the road. I mean, I think people do that too much. Even with, even in the fall with semis and grain, I think people do it too much. I think you should make a place where you can get the truck in, but sometimes you can't help it, I know, but don't overuse the privilege, I guess. Well, friends, the good luck never ceases to stop. We got this problem here. I'll show you what that is in a minute. Luckily, I watched it fall off, so I have that still. Looks like it's been broke for a while. We got lots of problems, more than I thought. So that triangle bracket came off of here, and so this gang has just been along for the ride. The bearing's out. That's not a surprise. I think it's been out for a while. I just chose to ignore it to get done. That's not the thing. Well, then I pulled out on the road and realized both of these tires are flat. And then when I backed up to look, I realized that the hitches broke. So what the heck? And I guess well, I don't know. It's been repaired before. The last guys did that, but somehow, I don't know. And now I've got it flipped over on itself, so I don't know. What a deal, friends. We got to get that. We're gonna have to get that flipped back around whenever we take it home, and then we'll have to redesign that brace. That one they fixed. This one is the way they're supposed to be, so we'll figure something out. But that's a load of crap, friends. Almost done, and I can't get done because of stuff like this. But it is all done one time. Part of it's done 2 times, so again, I guess I can go get the Landau and maybe be done with this. That's not gonna work though. I'm not sure what I'm gonna do here. I can't get it unhooked. Maybe I better pull it somewhere else. See if I can get that to flip around. Oh, and this dual is about done also because, hey, you know. Well, we're back home. We might as well take this dual off too. It's like these tires when they got to a certain age, that was it. Because they both were inflated when we started. And like I said, I saw online somebody else said BF Goodrich sidewall didn't hold up, and that is certainly the case here. That's so weird. It's weird that they would both do that at the same, like within a few days of each other. That is kind of crazy. I mean, but hey, that's what people said. Everything around here needs some attention. That needs to be our focus this next few months. We need to get other people's projects and be done with it and just start turning people away, because I got plenty of my own stuff that needs attention. You know, I'd like to get another story, which has nothing to do with what we were talking about. This is the original rim and center. This is a replacement. I don't remember what happened to the thing, but when I worked at the shop, we had to get a different center and wheel. And I want to say that one is an Unverfirth brand. But I always kind of thought I would like to get a mate and just spend the money and get, you know, so we had two alike, because this is kind of goofy and this ain't doing it for me. This tire's about shot anyway. I thought it'd be good for, you know, a spare. But if I could just get the whole setup and unbolt this off of there and bolt the new one on and a new tire, you know, we'd have a spare. But we're gonna have to give that attention soon too, because that tire is a piece of crap. So that needs to be on my list of things that need to happen very soon-ish. I doubt that I will find another tire that matches this one, a Coltor, but I can get, I guess I can buy a pair of them, you know, a pair of something to do. The back ones ain't nothing to brag about either. They're both Goodyears, but they're not the same. I noticed the other day, the tread pattern's different. This one over here is a long bar, short bar. Actually, it's long bar, short bar, long bar, short bar. And this one is just bar, 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 bar. So, you know, that's also something that needs in the near future. They're not, this one's not really wore out yet. That one isn't great. But whatever, friends, it's all money. And if you you got to kind of pace yourself. You could make yourself poor replacing stuff before it's time. You know, you got to get the most out of it you can, because you know what I'm saying. But it's time to give this some love. It needs it. Since I got it, it's needed exhaust. The exhaust is horrendous on there. But I got to find somebody who can bend up this enormously large, you know, diameter. This actually has a jacket over it, so it's a pipe inside a pipe, and it needs to, I don't know. The dealer, the now dealer, told me, said, hey, I've got one of these tractors and I just sawed it off here and made it shoot straight out. And that is not a bad idea. That might be what I do, is get it to where it shoots out this way and 45 it down or something. I just don't want to melt this cover any more than it's already been melted. That was like that when I bought it. I tried to fix it when it was at the dealer. Just the guy didn't want to fix it, but I didn't want it blowing all the hot gas right on that cover because the solenoids are under there. So I got some metal and stuff and just welded up the hole as best I could. But it's to the point it needs, I need to find a place like a semi truck place or somebody who does exhaust that could custom bend. Maybe I just need to go on the internet and try to find pre-bent things and make my own, but it's not really, nothing about it is square. It's not really 90 degrees here. This is not really 90, and it's not really 45, I don't think. You might be able to sneak it with a 45 here and a 45 there, but every piece of that exhaust is junk. It's got a hole in the top. It's time for it to go. There's just, and one other thing we have to do, I noticed, before next year, and I've got the stuff and never got it done, we need to change valve cover gaskets on this, because that one back one is starting to leak a little bit. And on the air-cooled engines, it is super important that you don't have leakage, because what'll happen is it'll get dirt build up in the fins, and then it'll overheat and ruin the motor, because air-cooled, you know. It's not leaking bad, so I see it's dry, so it's just a little. Another thing I noticed the other, like, there's so many, the more you look at it, the more stuff you can talk yourself into having to fix. There's a fuel line on the injection pump, really two of them that could probably be replaced there. There's just things, friends. There's things that over time wear out and it needs attention. So, and now we have a whole host of tillage tool problems to fix before next year. An almost complete rebuild of that green disc, I guess. So I would say our focus first is going to be finish up that red disc so that it's ready to go, the smaller one, because it just needs a few bearings, I think, and some spools, and we could have that one ready to go. And then that green one, really, I'd like to put all new blades, at least on the front, because the front ones are getting pretty small. And if we could get that, that's why I'm saying maybe I need to just, like, when I'm fixing the frame, take that all apart and have it sitting there in pieces, figure out what's good and what needs to be changed, and then put it back together with new blades as we go back together. But I don't know. I mean, it doesn't owe me much. That green disc has been a dandy. It's done the thing. It's done the thing, friends. Now this sad sack has been sitting here patiently, desperately waiting for me to do something. It's almost full. It has, though, been, I would use this. I'd love to use it and take it out and play with it, but it's got a horrendous fuel leak on the bottom of the injection pump, and it runs down in the valley and down, and I don't want to burn it up. So we're gonna have to just take our time here. Now, it's got brand new batteries in it. What's the chances it's gonna start? Probably 0, because I think last time we tried it, it decided it didn't want to play nice anymore. We haven't been in here for a while, so I'm sure there's flying creatures in here. Oh, will you start? Oh, almost. Hey, it's gonna run out. No. Hey, that's all right. I guess we did more work to it than I thought. I'm super pumped that it fired right up. I know we fixed the alternator in a video last year, but I sure would have guessed that it boy, the temptation's there to just take her out and let it eat. but I would rather be safe than sorry and get it just like I want it before we go. Let's look over this sad sack. It should be ready to go because we worked on it last time too. The only thing's going to be these outside 2 tires. They ain't nothing to brag about on this either. We can air it up a little bit. Grease those reels. Actually, they look like they're pretty greased the way it is. Because I think we fixed it and then we just parked it. I don't think we've done anything with it. See, I've got 2 brand new tires for this. I've had them for 2 years and I've never gotten it done yet. But we're gonna try to get going. We're gonna try to get it to go one more day. See, I put two new ones on the inner 2 because they're harder to get to, and I put the worst ones, or at the time they were the best of what was on it, I put them on the outside so I could get a little bit more out of them. And they don't look bad from here, right? But there's a place on them where there's like a strip of tread missing, so it's only a matter of time. And of course that one looks flat, so we're gonna have to deal with that. I think part of this unevenness though is that it's not, those are rephasing cylinders, and I think it's not quite phasing or phased quite right or something. Oh, I see another struggle bus though. I don't remember. What's going on here? This has got a bolt through it. Did we lose that pin and I forgot about that? So we need to go hunt up another cylinder pin before we go. But it should be, this Landau should be ready to go. Also, whilst I'm thinking about it, there is the place where it's missing a shank, and I found the shank back. So maybe we need to figure out what kind of bolt we need there and put that back on. I don't remember that though. That's odd. We don't want too much. If the wheels are up, there's too much pressure on it and we can't get that pin in. People complain about those, you know, couplers on Olivers and Whites. You can't get them disconnected. I have no problems, friends. These will actually help you disconnect. If you push them in a little bit, it'll kick them out. So disconnecting's easy. They're made to hook up under pressure, so whatever. It's my sermon for the day on that. There is our sadness. Yep, but it's still holding air, so we're just gonna air it up, grease it, hook it to the 9650, live our happy life. But we'll take the dual off the 9650. I should have unhooked it while it was up in the air. You ever do a dumb thing? I did just now. Okay, Caterpillar. Let's move out of the way. Boy, that don't look good, does it? We got to find a cylinder pin, and now. And we'll get the 9650 backed up here, because it'll probably take hydraulic action to get that dialed in just right. But we were going to take, we're going to have to take that other dual off. So, I don't know. We'll figure that out. I'm over it. I'm exhausted. And it's not even the end of the day. It's one of those things. Well, friends, it's the next day. I took off the other dual last night because it's garbage. And I had this all ready to go. I went to town and got a new cylinder pin and was getting ready to pull out of the driveway, and look what happened. This tire popped. Not like that was a surprise. We knew that was going to happen at some point, but did it have to happen today? Could it not have waited one more time, you know? So we're going to figure out how to wrestle this out of here. And you're going to say, oh, that's no problem. Yeah, it's a problem. It doesn't come out of here good because of the back spacing and then all of this. I got everything to fix it. I got a brand new tire, new tube. We'll just slap that on and go. But now it's just the idea that we're delaying more. I cannot get this. This last field has ruined 2 duals, 2 tires on the disc, and this. Now, is that a little bit much? I think so. You know, I don't know. Let's get I'll get the impact, and I know the next battle's gonna be, I won't have enough batteries charged up, because that's how life works, friends. So, sure. All right. Let's see what it is. I think it's probably 3/4. Yep. And like I said, I'm pretty sure this battery's dead. Yep. Okay, switch batteries. I have never had this rim off of here in the time I've owned it, so it may give a struggle. It may not even want to come off of here. I wouldn't be surprised. Now, I'm going to get this out of here somehow. I don't remember the trick. I think you have to raise it, like you have to get it off of here. And then now you have to raise the tool out of the ground, which will put that towards the ground more, I think, or will that raise it up more? There's just not enough room to physically get that out of here. I don't think you can even go up. Can you go this way? You can get it worse. You can get it in a bind that way. I just don't remember what the, and see, because of the way that it's made, when you raise it up, it's not going to magically like put all the weight on that tire and then you got this out in the open where you can work on it. It's going to pivot different and it'll make it worse, I think, because I think what it'll do is, well, it might send that to the ground, which would be what we want if it picks it up a little, where I could get it out of there, but then getting the new one on is the trick. I mean, it's just one of those, friends. Like, why can't it just be simple? I don't know did that do it? Yeah, it sent it to the ground, but it might be too much now. Okay, so when we put it back in, we got to put it back in, then we got to raise it up a little, and then we can put it on. And that's how the trick goes. So imagine having to do this by the side of the road. It would be a lot of fun. All right. Now, you might be asking yourself, why so much trouble in one field? Well, I think that it probably was an Indian burial ground, because in the 40-some years I've been alive, we lose parts in this field every year. There's parts out in there off of combines, planters, and you never find them back. Like over here, if I lose something a couple years later, I'll find it back. I have never found anything back that was lost over there. So I think it gets swallowed up by the ghost Indians or whatever. But I don't know. I just know that it seems to be the most work to ever do anything over there. Stuff breaks for no reason, and the yield is always the worst of everything I got. So no matter what you do or how much you spend, it's still never great. So maybe it's a sign. At least the rim is still pretty, which means we don't have to clean and paint, because we ain't got time for that. Ain't nobody got time for that. Come on. Come on. This is stupid. I should have taken it off the other way, but it's okay. It should go either way, but the tube is stuck to the rim. Alright. Well, that was fun. That is a gigantic tube. This tire's rotten enough. I should be able to just pull it apart. Come on. I don't have a hammer because I'm an idiot. Get off of there. Get off of there, you. Come on. I'm gonna have to go get the hammer. I don't know why I'm surprised. It's just not gonna go without it. Oh, there I go again, forgetting to push record. But that's done. I just gotta put the new one on, which has sat so long that I'm sure it's got trash in it. Of course you wouldn't just jump on there. That'd be too much helpful. Okay, get on there. Get on there. Get on there. This is why I hate doing this on the ground. I'd much rather have it attached. Just gotta yell at it. Okay, struggle bus for no reason, friends. We might be on the downhill slide. I don't know. As much as we like to, you know, struggle. I hope our air inflator's got enough oomph to do it again. I really don't want to have to run all the way down there to the air compressor with us. Any day now, tire. We got work to do, but hey, what do you care? So stupid. I mean, I knew this needed to be done and I should have done it earlier, but I just never got to it. But I had all the parts on hand to fix it, which is a usual case. I'm pretty good about ordering stuff when stuff needs parts, and then I have them, but I never get them put on. And this tire is a good example of that. If we can possibly get done without any more troubles on this, when we get back, I'll put the other one on too. All right. That is on there. I'm trying to find the little cap. I just had it, and now I don't. So that's about right. Why should we have all of our pieces? I swear I laid that down in that area there, but that's not there anymore. Oh, I know where there's one close by. We got to do the magic dance here to get that back in there. So let's get all of our stuff ready to go. We gotta go. Oh, we may not be right yet since we put a new tire on. There we go. All right. Now I gotta raise it up so I can get that on there. Probably. Did we get it too high? You betcha. Okay, there's one. There's two. Friend. Oh, that's a socket stuck. Oh, jeez. All right, rig of sadness. Let's see if we can possibly get through this now. Good grief. The beans are coming up good, but they probably could use a little rain. Tonight it's supposed to rain, so hopefully it's not just a washout though that pounds them into submission. I don't know. I'm telling you, Indian burial ground. Didn't even make one pass around before it self-destructed. It didn't even, it just pulled out of the other end is what it did. nothing here to do anything about this. I have to drive all the way back home. I don't think I'm gonna plant this year because I've just about had it. I don't know. I'm tired of fixing stuff. I'm tired of the fight. So I don't even have anything here to tie this up. Animal noises, friends. Animal noises. That's what I'm thinking. Okay, what went wrong? Well, life. You know, I was born. That's what went wrong. But this thing, we know that this basket is not the best. The end of the shaft is wore. And I had it adjusted where it was great in there, but obviously not, because it didn't even last one time. So now we're gonna have to just figure out how to make it do what we want. Get it popped back in there. And see what happens. I was able to flip it on top of there to get it home, but I guess I'm going to have to take it out of there, right? To get it off of the thing and the butcher me. Like take the bearing off of there to get it. That's supposed to pivot in there. It's probably in a bind now since it was very angrily. The bearing's good. They're brand new. We just put them in. It hasn't even made a full lap around the field yet. I'm just trying to figure out what I could do differently. I could move this, which I think I already did that. I think I already moved this in a little bit. It obviously slid over until these blades hit it, stopped it from turning, and then that was when it pulled it out of there. So our lock collars came loose on the bearing because it's got lock collars on the inside. It's just a bizarre choice that it would do this. I don't really know why. Okay, friends, let's recap what's happened here. I started at 9:30 this morning, hooking to an implement that I thought was ready to go to the field. And now at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, I'm ready to go back and try it again. So what I've done is we really need to replace this rolling basket, but that's over $2,000 and I just haven't got it done yet. There's one time a year when you can get a good sale on that, the Landau people told me, but I was going to get it last year and there was some discrepancy on what width it has to be, and so I really need to take it with me, I think, in order to make sure that I get the right one, you know. And I just didn't get that done. But I thought, no problem, it's gonna work great. I have it better than ever. And I thought I had it figured out because like over here, I had put a lock collar on both sides. And I thought that'll never pull out of there, ever. And it did immediately. So what to do? So I had to have it all totally taken apart again. All the bolts out to start over to get everything lined up. And I got this side back down with 2 lock collars. This side, I got the lock collar on the bearing like it's supposed to be. But then see, the shaft on the tip is wore. So it's not the right dimension anymore. So you can't use a lock collar there. So I thought I'm going to try to drill through it. And I managed to drill a 1/4 inch hole through it, if you can see. And so I put a heavy washer on it and then drove a 1/4 inch bolt through it and put 2 nuts on it. And so now it shouldn't be able to go side to side and cause any more problems. It has to move as one. It can't pull a little bit out of one, because that's what it did. It hit something enough to flex, and it moved over enough that the blades caught this, it stopped the basket, and then that ripped it all loose is what happened. So yeah, it's a disaster, but we're gonna roll with it because I'm over it. It's either, if this doesn't work, then I don't know that I'm gonna plant that because I've had enough. I mean, it's so stupid. Every year at that field that all my equipment is destroyed. Literally in that field, everything falls apart. I can plant 1,000 acres anywhere else with no problem. But as soon as I go to this one field, everything falls apart. And I don't have it in me, friends. I've done, I mean, what? I've lost, what did we say, 6 tires in this one field trying to get this done. And now the Landau's tore up. I mean, the 4 180s tore up, but that was before that. That was more me stopping before something tore up really bad. But it's frustrating. The disc is destroyed from this field. I just don't know. So we're gonna go try again. And hopefully this time we can actually make some progress. But now it's late enough in the day that I'm very doubtful that any planting will happen, and it's supposed to pour rain tonight. So then what, you know? What a waste of my life. Well, friends, we almost made it. It started to rain. Oh, we're leaking fluid there too on something. So we got trouble everywhere. Like I said, we might as well just go home. I'm done. I've had enough. That rolling basket locked up just now or something. But if we got tractor trouble too, I don't know what to say. It rained. We almost made it. Wonder what type of fluid that is. Hydraulic? No, it's diesel fuel. Well, that's the best case scenario. Oh, the line's been spraying the whole time. Great. Well, I'm gonna try to get this home. Hopefully we don't run out on the road. Fun times. Well, friends, you're looking at a defeated man. I don't know what else to do. This has been the most miserable year of anything. I just don't know. I also just lost my hat. I have no idea where it is, so I probably tilled it up. That's not surprising. I mean, we knew that was going to leak. We need to get on the parts film. That's a banjo fitting line. So it was this one here. We're going to have to get that ordered and power wash that whole thing down. You going to be a drama queen too, Buddy the dog? Sure. Why did this quit? Was it just plugged up with trash? No, it's moved again. Has it moved again? The stop collar came loose on the back side of that. The stop collar came loose on that side. The 1/4 inch bolt broke out, I see. Didn't it? Partially. And it's partially wedged in there. But it stopped it from pulling out of there. So that might be an idea that works. I just got to refine it. What I need to do is drill it out probably to 5/16. It's almost there anyway. Make it super long, and then I don't know. I'm over it. I am over it. It's gonna have a severe thunderstorm tonight and tornadoes and wild winds and I don't know what else. So maybe it'll destroy everything and I won't have to worry about it. But there's basically, this has screwed around enough that obviously I can't plant today. And so there's another day gone by without getting this done. Oh, it's just so frustrating. What do you think? That's what I thought. Yeah, I don't know. I'm over it. It's good enough. Whenever it quits raining, we're going to drag the planter across it and just be done with it. I don't care. I don't care what happens. It's getting so late. And it's crap that stuff. I mean, it's a stuff that, it's not major stuff. It's just baloney. It's nickel and dime stuff that's costing me time. Did I know that was bad? Yes. Should I have fixed it sooner? Also, yes. But it could have made it to the end. It could have made it like one more hour, and then it would have been done. It could have sat here fine. But like these tires, that's baloney. It was like when they got to a certain age, they both decided we're done, and they both self-destructed within just a few days of each other. Now that is weird, but whatever. I don't know. I don't know, Buddy the dog. I don't know. I'm gonna call this video here, because this has been a horrible day of constant problems for no reason, you know? That's what gets me. There's stuff that I know that needs fixed, but it's the stuff that I didn't think needed fixed that really got me. You know, we worked on that rolling basket last year, and I thought we had that thing beautiful. I didn't think there was anything wrong with that. And then sadness happened. Also, look at this. I just noticed we made it all the way home without this coming out of here somehow. Yesterday I went to the store and bought this, and today it has jumped out of there and landed on there, and we made it all the way home without that coming to pieces. That is kind of amazing. But stuff like that, friends, why? It's like this one piece of ground is possessed by something, because every time I go out there, there is constantly problems. And it's stupid. I mean, I just don't get it. I don't know. Well, I think though we're done for this rig, with this rig. So one way or the other, we're just gonna make her work. I could take the 1755 and that 285, 385, 485. I think it's a pull type 485. We'd use that field cultivator and finish off the little patch. But I hate to take more equipment out there and have something go wrong on it, because I guarantee you if I take it out there, something will happen to it too, because it always happens to everything you take out there. I don't know. I hate to be negative and complain all the time, but it's just like, finally, would life just give us a break? If it's not stuff failing, it's the weather. And I just, I'm so tired of it. I got other stuff I could be doing other than this same stuff that should be over and done with. So anyway, enough of that, because I could go on about this for hours, and that's just not anything you need to hear. But we'll revisit this sometime, hopefully this fall. I'll remember to call them and drive that up there one day and just order a new one of these. But I am pumped that my idea did work, kind of. I just need to make it better. The way that I did it didn't pan out just perfect, and I thought it would work, but that 1/4-inch bolt couldn't take what I did to it. So anyway, we'll make that better sometime, so at least it's sitting here usable. But you know the thing, friends, you know the thing. So until next time, thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. As always, if you enjoy my videos, give them a thumbs up. Leave a comment and tell me how dumb you think I am. Or if by some slim chance you liked it, say that. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.